Hello and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation of the WNBA. And tonight we'll see the New York Liberty as they go up against the Indiana Fever. With Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're thrilled to have you with us.
Well, now that we're midway through the season, what kind of things are you guys keeping your eyes on moving forward?
I'm looking at how the playoff picture starts to take shape, because now is the time for playoff-bound teams to start securing home court advantage.
Yeah, on the flip side, I'm curious which teams will kind of shake out in terms of the lottery. The trade deadline, it'll be very interesting.
Outside Hayes. Howard. Back to Hayes. Clock at 6. On to the middle. Here's Alema. That's in. Coming off an assist from Honshu.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Now here's Diggins Smith. The tray. Howard with the rebound. First quarter play with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Stevens. Howard. Off target from three-point range. Sykes with the ball. Howard's there. The basket counts and one. She'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And we know Alyssa Thomas is an outstanding all-around offensive player, but her defense is elite as well.
I mean, normally she's all defense. She's finished second in Defensive Player of the Year voting. She's led the league in steals. Thomas, you talked about her all-around game on offense, but defensively, she makes a very big impact.
And that one misses.
And 2023 featured the closest MVP vote ever, with Alyssa Thomas finishing second.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, Thomas actually got the most first-place votes, but finished just behind Breanna Stewart, just ahead of Asia Wilson. Thomas averaging 16, 10, and 8. All defense, too. About as good of an all-around year as we've seen.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Sykes. Screen by McGregor. Three-pointer. Brittany Sykes, that's good.
And the coaching staff loves seeing this from Sykes, demonstrating the ability to create in pick and rolls.
Outside Howard. And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets the 3-second call. Indiana trailing. And here's Thomas. Pass to Williams. And here's McGregor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sykes outside. The 3 ball. Hahn grabs the miss. Now here is Hayes. She's guarded by Sykes. Outside Howard. Let's go with a 3. The Fever pull it in.
Surprising miss, wouldn't you say? I mean, she usually devours those wide open opportunities.
Skylar Diggins-Smith outside. Gets that one to fall after missing her first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
The lefty knocks down the tray. Well, Diggins-Smith is a great driver of the ball, so defenders almost have to make a choice with her.
And here's Ryan Howard from the arc. Cans it from downtown.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there, Tim.
It's been a lot of fun to watch.
Now here's Diggins-Smith.
Thomas a screen.
Here's Sykes. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Personal foul.
And talking about Brittany Sykes, she's known for her defense.
Well, when those GM surveys come out every year, Sykes is normally the pick for best wing defender. She's an old school type of guard, doesn't take a lot of threes, hangs her hat on disrupting opponents.
And obviously the addition of Caitlin Clark to the Fever, that brought lots of extra attention.
I mean, Fever tickets are as hot as any in American sports, no matter what league. Clark bringing so much hype, and basketball fans everywhere are tuned in to see her every move, and by extension, the Fever as well.
Now here's Williams. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Thomas a screen. Brittany Sykes attacking. Lets the floater go. Stevens grabs the board.
She's a very strong finisher, guys. I'm surprised that she wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Now here's Alaman, guarded by Diggins Smith. Left side, Stevens. Howard gets it to go from downtown.
Wow, Howard with the quick release.
Here's the Fever with the ball. It's a three-point game. Outside, Williams. Magdador. Good, and it's Gabby Williams who picks up the assist. Now Lemon. Howard up top. Shoots over Williams. Rebounded by the Fever.
That's a shot she's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Here's Sykes. Makes it off the glass.
Well, this is how you finish inside. Brittany Sykes going up with confidence.
And so it's New York with it. They trail by one. Outside Howard. Stevens the screen. And again, it's New York with a three.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play.
Man, I hope this game keeps on going forever.
Count it.
Keeps defenders uncomfortable, and I think it's because of Thomas's ability to play assertive but composed around the rim.
Now here's Howard. 12 points for her. Here's the three. Ryan Howard with another miss. Sykes outside. It's Gabby Williams on the wing. Shot clock at 5. A rebound by Ryan Howard.
Well, I mean, to me at least, Brian, it looked like it was going to be an easy 2 points there.
You're right, Tim, and she's got some angry words for herself after that miss.
You can always depend on her to put that lead pass right on the money.
Here's the Fever with the ball. Outside, Diggins Smith. Up top, Thomas. Good on the shot.
Tough finish by Thomas, wanting it more.
Now here's Howard. Past Alaman. To the paint. Stevens. Count the basket.
Both teams on fire right now from the opening tip.
This is going to be an entertaining game of basketball today, folks. I think that much is obvious.
Get your popcorn ready.
Now here's Diggins Smith. Thomas. She's guarded by Stevens. Thomas no good.
If she can get to the rim, she'll usually turn it into points, but the defense stood tall there.
To the inside. It's tipped. It's stolen by Alyssa Thomas. Now the Fever moving it up. Back to Diggins Smith. Magdador. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Sykes. Good work there as it goes.
You like to see it. She's been working really hard to get good looks, and it's paying off here early.
Here's Alima. Down low. And that one's good on.
Inside shoes height helps her defeat any resistance. Even the contact doesn't slow her down.
Indiana trailing. Diggins Smith with it. Here's Sykes. Tries again. Howard with the rebound.
Well, she's a player who, with a wide open look, will rarely miss.
There's the three. Good for another field goal. Number 5 on the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And Howard continues to deliver on the offensive end. The defense is lost. They don't know what to do.
Pass to Diggins Smith. Lets it go from deep. Unable to get that one to go.
Her shooting numbers slipping this quarter.
Here's Howard. Stevens the screen. The shot. Misses the chippy right there. And that does it for the first quarter. Liberty out in front, up by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And now the second quarter just getting set to begin. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
They've come out of the gate strong and put in a solid first quarter.
A lot of good looks for them on offense so far, just quality shots.
Now here's Segrist. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Harrison. New York leading. Pass to Gustafson. Inside. Harrison no good. Now Westbrook. She's guarded by Hayes. Down low. Here's Thomas. Segrist. Westbrook. She's guarded by Hayes. Screen by Segrist. Here's Thomas. And she gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Keeping things simple. When Thomas sees the mid-range shot open up, she doesn't hesitate in taking it.
Pass to Martin. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute to play. And here's Harrison. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
Keep the game simple. When Harrison gets some space, sees the mid-range jumper open up, she takes it.
And Brian, with Isabel Harrison, they've got a very effective operator down low.
She's really honed her technique and her footwork. Plus, with her agility, she can make a defense work very hard inside.
Here's Zandalasini. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game.
Yeah, she read how that shot was going to come off the rim perfectly. That can make up for any height disadvantage.
Thomas a screen to the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, just taking what she sees. Have to appreciate how Thomas breaks down defenses and pick and rolls.
New York calls timeout. Pass to Martin. Zandalasini. Outside Hayes. Now here's Harrison. 6 to shoot. Back to Hayes. Stripped away. Fast break, here they come. Yep, count it. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second period. Pass to Zandalasini. Harrison. Shot for 12. No go. That's miss number 2. She is 1 for 3. So it's Indiana now. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Back to Segrist. And she drops in the layup off glass.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area, just dominating down low.
And obviously, that's something the defense has to address.
Now here is Hayes. Harrison sets a screen. Outside Hayes. And here's Zandalicini. Hits it from three-point range. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Timeout called the Fever.
For the Fever.
So both teams changing it up here.
Indiana Fever answers.
Indiana with the ball, trailing by 2. Pass to Magbagor. Here's Westbrook. Tries a 3. It's good. And the assist that time from Ezzy Magbagor.
Nice awareness there by Magbagor, finding her open teammate for the bucket.
Now Martin. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. To the paint. Knocked away. It's stolen by Sykes. Segrist up top. Pass to Sykes. Westbrook. Back to Sykes. Lets the 3 fly. Martin pulls it in.
Wide open misses like that can be confidence shakers.
And here's Zandalicini. Here's Westbrook. Back to Thomas. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
Plays hard, but always with respect. And it goes back to Thomas's graceful presence, not just on the court, but off the court.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Liberty trail. Pass to Zandalicini. Back to Howard. To the middle. Harrison with the ball. And Williams picks her up defensively. And there's the 3-second violation. And the Liberty making a change here.
Into the lineup for New York. Han Julie.
And here's Indiana. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Outside Williams. Thomas. She's guarded by Stevens. Thomas with the ball. Working on Stevens. 4 on the shot clock. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Liberty ball.
Now here's Alaman. Outside Stevens. Zandalicini. There's a screen by Stevens. Her shot is good, making her a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
Now here's Diggins-Smith. Screen by Magbagor. To the inside. It's good. The assist that time from Skylar Diggins-Smith.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Now here's Alaman. Defense right on her. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Zandalicini. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Now here is Sykes, guarded by Howard. And here is Diggins-Smith. Solomon with the rebound. Stevens with it. Inside. Deflects the pass. Brittany Sykes attacking. Azare Stevens with some nice D. Here's New York now. It's a three-point game. Here's Zondelasini, defended by Magdalor. Outside Howard. Takes the three. Rebounded by Sykes. Pass to Diggins Smith. Back to Sykes. Magdalor. And she gets it to go.
Forceful drive by McMagor, kind of daring the defense to get in their way.
On offense, here the Liberty. Trailing by 5. Pass to Alama. Skylar Diggins Smith with the steal. Now Thomas. And she uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, she's played an important role in her offense today, and really without her, they might not have the lead right now.
And at this stage of her career, winning titles seems to be everything for Skylar Diggins Smith.
She doesn't know how many more years she has left, and because of this, she's going to give it her all. It'll be interesting to see if she's able to add some titles to her illustrious resume.
Pass to Alama. To the paint. And the basket by Howard.
Well, a hot start from long range for them, but they've gotten away from shooting the three.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. If you've got an open look from deep, fire it up. You have my permission.
Now here is Sykes. She's got 9. 14 feet out. Here's Thomas. And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
That one's on Stevens.
Well, something I really like about Thomas's game, she gets to the foul line a lot.
She's made 2 of her 3 attempts tonight.
Shooting 100% in the quarter, they're just taking full advantage at the line.
Very nice job making the most of their opportunities.
She makes 1 of 2 that time.
A key cog in this offense, Thomas embraces her role and really looks to score whenever she can.
Stevens, that's good.
She put that lead pass on a platter for her.
The Fever leading. Left side, Diggins Smith. From past the arc.
On grabs the miss.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense is taking a big chance leaving her open behind the arc, and I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Now here's Alaman. On, defended by Magdalor.
4 on the clock. Here's Stevens. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Well, I'm going to say the defense got pretty lucky right there because she's going to make a lot more of those than she misses, which...
Whoa! She hit it!
Whoa!
Incredible!
And that is a dagger on the way to the locker room. That three stings when it comes right at the end of the half like that.
And that concludes the first half. The Fever on top. They're up by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. second half about to get started up again any moment.
Really an incredible game from Thomas.
Well, I think it'll be important to see if they can stop her down in the second half, because so far they have not had any answer for her when she's down on the block.
Yeah, maybe mixing up her looks, bumping her out, front her, double down. Just do something to throw her off her rhythm.
And here's Indiana.
Outside, Diggins Smith. Sykes outside. Pass to Magbegor. Williams. Back to Magbegor. Over Hahn. It's good from about 19 feet. And the Liberty with possession here. 9-point game. Now here's Aleman. Defense is right there. Number 3, Tiffany Hayes. It's good from long range.
An offensive powerhouse. When Hayes is feeling it, she has the range to stretch the floor.
Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Williams, guarded by Howard. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Diggins Smith. Fires at the elbow. The rebound by the Liberty. Here's Aleman. Got a piece of it. Williams with the steal. Thomas outside. Over Stevens.
Offensive rebound. Thomas no good.
It just hasn't been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Outside Stevens. Pass to Howard. Back to Stevens. On.
And this team encourages you to look for her shot, because that leads to defenders fouling her with her size.
It's her first trip to the line.
At the line for Liberty, Han Ju. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one falls for her.
More than just really tall, almost 7 feet. Hanshu is super skilled, can hit threes, and obviously just a menace defensively.
And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Howard. Left side Stevens. Shoots over Thomas. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
There's a versatility to Stevens' jump shot that you don't ordinarily see in players her size.
Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it over.
When you watch Ryan Howard, what a diverse skill set. Great versatility at both ends.
Absolutely. She can defend about 4 positions, score from all 3 levels, and we've even seen her play the point. Truly a franchise-level talent.
Now here's Diggins Smith. She's guarded by Aleman. Sykes outside. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 is up. Here's Magbegor. The shot that time not on target. Azare Stevens with some nice D. Past Aleman. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Stevens with it. Over Magbegor, and it's New York with another.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start this second half.
And here's Magbegor. She's covered by Hahn. Pass to Sykes. Thomas a screen. Now here is Sykes. Not a lot of room. Now Diggins Smith from the arc. Here's Thomas. Goes up again. Stevens grabs the board.
She has been anything but her usual self this quarter. It's been ugly.
Puts it up from 7. On, no good.
They're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Williams with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Pass to Sykes. Outside Williams. Over Howard. New York with the rebound. Now here's Alaman. Here's Stevens. Howard the screen. For the tie. Stevens, that's good. And that makes it a tie ball game.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Thomas outside. Williams. Pass to Diggins Smith. Now here's Thomas. She's guarded by Stevens. Tries to snap the cold streak. The shot comes out.
She might have wore herself out with the performance in the last quarter. She hasn't had nearly the same kind of success in this one.
On, defended by Magdagor. Hayes with it. Outside Stevens. On the wing, Ryan Howard. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Thomas outside. Back to Williams. Right side, Diggins Smith. Alyssa Thomas on the wing. From 16 feet away, she cans it.
And when Alyssa Thomas is scoring like this, with everything else she does, she looks like the best player on the floor.
New York calls timeout. One player who's been getting it done is Thomas.
I think I know what they're going to be talking about this timeout. She's been taking it to them all game inside, and they haven't been able to stop her. They need to put up a better fight.
Here's Hahn. 5 points in the game. Pass to Martin. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Diggins Smith. That is her first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And here's Zandalicini. Stevens. She's guarded by Stevens.
That steal was the product of active hands and outstanding defensive awareness.
No matter who starts the break, she's usually the one who finishes it.
And I love watching her just attack the rim at full speed like that.
Pass to Zandalicini. Martin. There's a screen by Stevens. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. New York, no good that time either. The Fever leading. Sykes outside. Diggins Smith buries the long-range jumper.
Well, Diggins Smith gets set up to shoot there. The receiving end of the pass for once. Love the confidence she has in her shot.
Looking to end the run. That one goes. Count it.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Sykes outside. Back to Diggins Smith. Launches it. No good on that shot.
If only she can improve on what's been a shaky day for her, they could really stretch this lead out, don't you think?
Martin, guarded by Diggins Smith. Here's Hahn. Off the left rim and out. Down low.
2 minutes.
Here's Sykes. It's good. The assist that time from Skylar Diggins-Smith.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
New York trailing here. Pass to Harrison. Inside.
As Magagor with the steal.
Here we go, one-on-one.
Segrist with the ball.
Picked up by Harrison. Here's Diggins-Smith. Now here is Sykes.
Segrist outside.
Fires for three. Andalacini pulls it in. And the Liberty with possession here.
Pass to Martin.
And here is Stevens. Fires from deep.
And Martin gets it to go.
How about the dime from Harrison? This is what sharing the ball is all about.
Now Diggins-Smith. She's got 9. Sykes outside with the shot. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Here's Martin.
And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Liberty, Kate Martin. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. The Liberty making a switch here. And that's good as she hits both shots. And that one good.
Defensively, they've been unable to shut down the most important part of the court, Brian, the middle.
Yeah, and the point totals in the paint are tilted heavily against them now.
Here's Harrison. And fouled hard that time. And she'll get 2 shots at the line.
Well, the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs there.
Something you struggled with in your career, Tim, but definitely saved the layup with that foul. She's going to have to earn them at the line.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Both good at the line. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Fever ahead, up 2. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
Come on, fans. It's the
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And so it's New York with it, trailing by 2.
Pass to Martin.
Here's Andalacini.
Isabel Harrison on the wing.
Gustafson Just 5 to shoot. Here's Harrison. She nails it, and we're tied up. Now here's Thomas. And she lays it straight in.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. And I know nobody likes a traffic jam, but this defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Yeah, nobody likes the traffic jam. We can agree on that. They can't allow the offense to get those high-quality looks inside.
Pass to Harrison. Clock at 6. Zandalasini lets it go from the wing. And the Liberty getting another bucket right there.
Isabel Harrison.
Here's Thomas. Here's Phoebish. Westbrook. And here's Thomas. Pass to Segrist. Launches a 3. Now Westbrook trying her luck from deep. Sinks the triple.
One of the most talented facilitating forwards in the WNBA. Thomas has such a unique skill set.
And so it's New York with it. Now Zandalasini. Gustafson. Harrison, covered by Segrist. Pass to Martin for 3. They grab their own miss. And another shot. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Here's Hillman, covered by Gustafson. And it's Hillman missing. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it. Three-pointer drops in the tray.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Thomas with the ball. To the paint. Segrist gets the bucket.
They're doing a terrific job of getting the ball inside, attacking the paint. That's an area, and it's a key area on the court that they've controlled.
Yeah, once they identified what an edge they had inside, they just continued to attack.
And here's Martin. Screened by Gustafson. 11 feet out. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And here's Indiana. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Takes a step back. Westbrook can't hit.
That's rough. No one to blame but herself. She should definitely have scored that time. I don't know what happened.
Now Zandalasini. Pass to Martin. Shot clock at 6. Here's Zandalasini to take the lead, and she lays it in.
And just a huge hole in the defense, and she didn't waste any time going through it.
Indiana trailing. And here's Westbrook. Here's Phoebish. Segrist, defended by Harrison. Back to Segrist. The 3. Rebound New York. And here's Zandalasini. She's covered by Thomas. Basket good.
Since halftime, this has really become an intense ball game.
The effort we're seeing from both sides has been phenomenal. I'm locked in.
Pass to Westbrook. Here's Phoebish. And here's Westbrook. Segrist up top. Hillman. Segrist, defended by Harrison. Here's Westbrook. Indiana again missing. New York leading. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Pass to Martin. Harrison. Now Zandelicini. Now here's Harrison. Here's Gustafson. Martin. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Segrist gets the bucket.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Pass to Harrison. Now Zandelicini. She's covered by Thomas. Now Harrison. And here's Zandelicini. Pulls up. A rebound by Hillman. Now Westbrook. Pass to Phoebish. Westbrook. Segrist with the ball. Defended by Harrison. Back to Segrist. To take the lead. It's good, and with that basket, she is now 5 for 9.
We've seen an obvious improvement out of her since halftime, and she just didn't really have a whole lot working for her in the first half.
Here's Martin. Pass to Zandelicini. And here's Gustafson. From about 19 feet. And yes! She nails it! And it's the Fever ball. Here's Phoebish. That one falls, coming off Alyssa Thomas's feet.
Just the way they wanted, within touching distance of the rim.
The Liberty trail. Timeout called to Liberty.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Some changes for New York. And the foul on Williams. That's her first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Stevens. To the middle. On. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
You know, we don't talk enough about the touch of Hahn. Automatic around the bucket. She's more than tall. She's got great touch.
Outside, Diggins Smith. From 15 feet away. And no good trying to use the glass. Outside, Hayes. On the wing, Ryan Howard. From deep. Rebounded by the Fever. Now here's Diggins Smith. Pass to Thomas. The shot, no good. Azare Stevens with some nice D. To the inside. On. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give her 2 chances at the free throw. It goes on Ezzy Magnavor. She drops the first one, and that will put them up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
She's got ice water in her veins, guys. No way she's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance.
Here's Thomas. Another shot. Stevens grabs the board.
I don't know if she just ran out of gas or what, but she's been awful since the second half started. Got to get recharged.
You know, she's made up for a lack of size in the post with a lot of extra effort. She's done some serious work on the board.
Now here's Diggins Smith. He's guarded by Alaman. Diggins Smith, no good. Here's New York now. 3-point lead. side, Howard drains the three-pointer.
What a big shot from Ryan Howard. She might not be the most experienced player, but she can certainly dig deep.
Timeout called the Fever.
They not only need to draw up a score here, but a quick one.
And once they get that quick strike, there has to be an immediate foul.
Yeah, Brian, they can't waste any time.
Timeout.
Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it over.
Time is the big factor here. You need to get the point fast and then foul.
Yeah, Tim, and it has to be a quick foul. Every second is critical at this stage.
Yeah, they cannot waste any time if they want to come back.
Here's Diggin Smith. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
That's a pivotal hoop from Diggin Smith, calling her own number, running the show for this team. She's got a sense of the important possessions.
At the line for Liberty. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Good on the first, and that puts them up 5. And she is unable to get the second one.
Well, it's urgent time right now for them.
No doubt. They need points, and they need points fast.
She muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and she's on her way to the line.
Team foul. At the line for your Indiana Fever, Izzy Maglador. Shooting 1.
One shot.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
No other option, though. They did a good job getting it in her hands and making sure she was the one who'd go to the line.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And she cannot convert on the second. That one misses. Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it over.
There's still time left, so they don't necessarily need to go for the 3 if they can get an easy bucket inside.
I'm not so sure. There's not a whole lot of time to play around with. I think they look for the 3 and try to tie this thing up.
Yeah, you could do that. I think the quick 2 might be the better play. Let's see what they do. A chance here to send it to overtime.
They need a 3.
Right side, Diggin Smith. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Indiana, Skylar Diggin Smith. 2 shots.
She gets the first, and that brings them within 2 here. And she makes both free throws. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those seconds away.
No, and you've got to. It's going to come down to free throws.
Pressure situation.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up 2. And so both free throws good this time. And it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt here.
And so the big win by New York in a really tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's a wrap, everyone.